economic order. Now I'm going to give you the actual where this came from. Hold it, Mike. This is chapter 13, right? And by the way, this is from this book, and we read through this book before, The World's Last Dictator by Dwight L. Kinman. All right? And this is an actual quote from the UN, or one of their UN documents. Bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, 1, right? It says, UN Monthly Chronicle, May of 1974. That's when that statement was made. All right? But you're going to tell me the mark of the beast is talking about Christianity. All right, this I'm gonna read on. It says computer scientists are working on a master plan to assign numbers to every individual on Earth. The number could be used for trading purposes, buying and selling. The report suggests that a digital number could be laser tattooed on, because they can hit you that way too. But they're gonna decide with the chip, because they already been, people around the world have actually accepted the chip. There's a club in Spain called the Baja Club, where if you want to be a VIP member, you got to get that chip in your arm. And the word, when you look up the word right hand, the word hand means arm. All right, it's your whole arm. So it doesn't have to be in your hand, but some of them have it in their hand, some of them have it in their shoulder. All right? Say again? Right, so speak on it.
Yeah, the Jake Sean Darks that has that that simple nigga Sean Darks, that group City Watch. You know, he in order to be in his thing. Well, he got the actual microchip embedded in his arm, like around the forearm part.
Yeah, that's right. On the forehead or on the back of the hand. This international mark could do away with all currency. No member could buy or sell without having an assignment of a digital mark. And I'm gonna give you the source. This is bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, this is a statement from Willard Cantillon, New Money or None, as quoted in the San Jose Mercury, August 8th, 1975. Now you can go to a library and go to the check out the microfiche machine of these old papers, and you can actually read that out that paper. So we have the actual backups to these documents. All right? You got something else? All right, let me pass it to you.
Yeah, I got another reference to back up Elder Tar. This is from a web page entitled Rockefeller Admitted Elite Goal of Microchip Population. It says, Hollywood director and documentary filmmaker Aaron Russo has gone in depth on the astounding admissions of Nick Rockefeller, who personally told him that the elite's ultimate goal was to create a microchipped population and that the war on terror was a hoax. Rockefeller having predicted an event that would trigger the invasions of Iraq and Afghanistan 11 months before 9/11. So basically here's Nick Rockefeller, who's one of the top elites, admitting to Aaron Russo, who later died of cancer of the bladder, admitting to him that they want a microchipped population.
Yeah, because that makes the population easier to control. Even that bonehead, the general Colin Powell, he said that Russia it's harder for them to track their people in Russia because they don't have a system like the Social Security number in America that's used to track people, you know, and basically what that is, the Social Security number is basically I forget the term that it's called, but it's like a trial run to the microchip. You know, they did it back during World War II on them Khazar rats. You know, they tattooed them with them numbers, you know, using the IBM tabulating machine, you know, which basically that was the beginning or the trial run for the microchip, you know, and it was used basically for tracking because it was hard for them to track them gutter rats. So what they did was they would have a number that was tattooed on them, and then there was a card that you would punch it into a machine that was made by IBM, and then it would read the number and let you know where that gutter rat came from and what family that gutter rat was from.
Tattoo on them. They actually had a tattoo if you check out those old newsreels. But anyway, I want to read something else concerning the mark. This is on page 259 of the same book, The World's Last Dictator. All right? And it says here, the mark in the right hand or forehead. The Bible tells us the mark will be in the right hand or forehead, not on. I'm sorry. The Bible tells us the mark will be in the right hand or forehead, not on them. The word mark is and you can look this up in the Greek in the blue letter, brother, to verify it. All right, Revelation 13. All right, I'm reading from verse 16 to 17. All right, it says the word mark is the Greek word charagma, a scratch or etching or cutting into, a mark etched or cut into the hand or forehead. All right. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath had the mark. All right, keyword mark, which the elder's going to look up, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Revelation 13 verses 16 to 17.
Yep, that's right. Because if you go in the Blue Letter Bible, the word there for mark is charagma, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, the mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, sculpture, graven work. And then down here it says the same thing, a thing carved.
Yeah, because Nate Satan, he had, did something on the mark saying that it was Christianity, which, you know, we know he sold out. And he quoted, what was that, Ezekiel 9:4, and it speaks about the mark. Well, that's a totally different word. That's not the same word that we're reading in the book of Revelation 13. All right? See, these guys don't go into words. They're not deep. All right? Now, I'm going to read this also. It says, I'm going to give you the scripture first. You know what? Give me Revelation, the 17th chapter and the 5th verse. Go ahead.
Yeah, because Elder Tar mentioned Ezekiel 9:4. Now, if you go in the Blue Letter Bible, the word there is thawa, the Hebrew word for mark, in 9:4. And it says, a desire, a mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. There is no thing carved. Now, all you have to do is go back and read Ezekiel 9:4, and it makes sense, you know. It says a mark or a sign exemption, a sign of exemption from judgment. All right? Matter of fact, you know what? Let me just read it. Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Now, you look up that word mark from the Hebrew tawa, which means a sign or exemption from judgment. Now, what gives you this? Or what gives you that? This knowledge. So that's what the mark is talking about here in Ezekiel 9 and 4, something totally different from Revelation 13 and 16.
Now give me, what is that, Leviticus, the 19th chapter and the 28th verse. Because they could have easily